Hey, welcome back to another video of H&H Express model nscale trains. Welcome to part 2 of the redo of this corner, and we're gonna continue where we left off. So we're gonna continue with the outer rail to see if we can manage it today, and then later in part 3 it will be the inner section, and then of course the next parts will be for Kevin's yard. But that's an whole other story because it's still up here. So we'll bring you back up closer to see where we left off.
Okay, so this is how far we got. So this will be the outer section, and here is the first turnout. So I need to get the track over to there. This is the second turnout and the turnout to Kevin's yard. So this one needs to be bent over here as well and then connected to that section over there. But let's first concentrate on this. As you can see, I have some sections of masonite, and this should be straight and then a curve around there. And let me see. Yeah, I put some pieces over here. Four pieces, I think. But yeah, there needs to be some foam bed underneath, so I need to lower it down. So I need to cut off this one and over there. I will fill this one in, or I need to use a bigger section. I have these sections, so this is smaller, this is the same size, this is a big one. Yeah, let's use that one. Let's see how that fits. So that should be it. So we're gonna cut that one. So we're gonna cut that section off and that section off. So we'll be back. So I cut this section off, so it should fit in between here. Let me remove the rails and this section. Should be something like this. So I need to put some pieces down here. We can put this one as a start. And let's see what height we need. this section over. I can do. Put this one over here. Put that one over there. Need to grab a little bit more, so this would be it, and I'm gonna put some foam on top of it. So let me do that, we'll be back. So this is what I came up with, and we can put it over here. We have support here, support there. Maybe we need to add a little bit more over here. And we can glue it on the board, so like this. Add that one. So. This is the turnout which will be connected to this. I will put some isolation sections later, but this is just so that we can determine where we need to put the turnout. So it will be there. Then I have the track. Let me install that one over here. I will solder the dropper wires later, but this is just for testing. Okay. And then this will be down here, so I need to get that one off. So this would be the track. Let me cut it to length. Now I need to lower this section a little bit, or make this a little bit higher. I think I'm gonna lower this section. We'll do that off camera and then we test it again. Okay, I added a screw here to push the turnout a little bit more that way, and I added this one here to get this a little bit higher. So let's looks a little bit better. But we have to test it with a locomotive. But unfortunately, on this section over here there is no power yet, so I will extend these leads and solder them over here so that we can test the track. Okay, so this is now on its place. The turnout is correctly set. The curve here should be okay. I added the snap switch for the turnout. We'll remove the cable, or we'll move the cable somewhere else later. I added the power to the track. So we should have power and we can actually test it. So for that I'm gonna use my phone, and I have power to the track, and I'm gonna use this block just to see if there is indeed power on the track. So it's not DCC, it's my own system which I built. So I selected a generic locomotive, and let me put some power on it, just a small piece, and we should have a green light. Hopefully it works. Yeah, there we have a little bit of contact. There we have it. So I have a green light for forward motion on this track, and let me see over here. There we have a green light there, and over here as well, because this section is isolated, and there we have a green track as well. So let me put the locomotive on. So I'm gonna use this locomotive. Let me stop the power, and we're gonna put this one on. I didn't screw the track down yet, but it should be fine. Okay, let's move it over there so you can still see it in the right hand corner, and I'm gonna bring up the power. So I have put the locomotive on, and let's see if I can make it move. Probably need to push it a little bit because it did not run. There it goes. Okay. Stop it. Looks that there is a screw a little bit too high. Yeah. So let me put that one in. So let's do it again, but now with a passenger car. So I'm gonna put this one on. let's bring it back, because this section of track can only run forward. So let's do it again. Oh, that runs better. And even with two. So I will screw this on off camera, and in part 2 and in part 3 we're gonna connect the second section. So at least this is a success. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.